Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. This is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also, as I said, timely, so if you're watching it at this time, it's perfect for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. So the underlying energy for this reading is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is representing the energy of one of the four kings in the minor arcana. He's considered to be the sexiest and most charismatic of the kings. His element is the element of fire, and his wand is made of wood, which is talking about passionate action. He is also very visionary and someone that very forward thinking and loves adventure, meeting new people. And so he's fun to be around and has a good sense of humor. His element, as I said, is fire. And on his throne behind him, we have the salamanders in a circle with their tail and the lion. And this energy represents protection from fire. I noticed a while back that there's a face on the back of his throne, and now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. There's two eyes and a mustache and a nose here and smoke coming out of the nose and the mouth, which could just mean, hey, he is smoking hot because he is, or it can also represent the energy of where there's smoke, there's fire. Something to know about the King of Wands is that he is a fire sign, and the fire signs are fiercely independent and value their freedom very much so. So they generally are the last of the signs to settle down and, in a relationship, have a family, etc. They're capable of it. It's just that they tend to do it later in life. And we have also the Emperor here from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. This is all about performance. My oracle is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and this is one of the dragons. His name is Seguinasarn Staret Sky. He is from Russia in the Ural Mountains, and he wears, the Emperor energy is very high level performance. He wears his armor underneath his robe, and so that he's ready at a moment's notice to jump on any opportunity that comes by his way that's worthwhile. And he is at the top of his game. No matter what he is involved in, he's going to be at the top of his game. And also, this energy represents like all four kings from the minor arcana rolled into one individual. So someone who has learned a lot from life experience, someone wise that you could ask for advice from, and someone that, as I said, it's high level performance, alpha male energy. Now remember, all the tarot and oracle cards are not gender specific. So you can apply that to a female that's very much in her male energy, maybe having to really get some shift done, that type of energy. Most likely, though, this is a male. And we do have the Knight of Cups coming forward to offer a cup of love. Love in tarot, the cups in tarot represent romantic love for sure, but it's also love of anyone or anything, and it could be love of something you love to do or something you love to be as well. But this is the Knight of Cups, so he's like the knight in shining armor that we read about in all the romance novels, and he's the one that's featured in the movies, basically. When he is bringing in a cup of love, it generally does talk about it being a sincere offer that he wants to date or take a commitment to a higher level. Now, we also have information and communication coming in from the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest of all the knights in the deck. It takes him forever to bring in the information and the communication. It can be frustrating waiting for him to show up. Look, his horse is at a total standstill here. He could literally have a board meeting with himself just to decide if he should brush his teeth now or later. So this is, it can be really frustrating waiting for his information to come in. But the good thing is when it does come in, it's generally like a solid offer. He's done his homework. He's researched everything, to the best of his ability. And so the knowledge that he's bringing in, or the information or communication, is pretty solid. And so the element of of earth is represented by the pentacle energy. And pentacles, they're not just, it is shaped like a coin, because of course, this is about health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world, matters of the earth and, physical matter on the earth, basically. And you do need money to purchase those things. So this is talking about definitely money, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want to live. If you don't have love and you don't have your health, you're not going to be living your best lifestyle. So the pentacle energy is more about lifestyle than just making money. And we have here the energy of the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is, the swords are representing the element of air. So this is about your thoughts. The swords are your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. This energy is definitely of someone who's stressed out, in their mind, overthinking, going in the same, thought, one after the other, and maybe not able to sleep at night. And so this is like a never-ending nightmare. But having said that, sometimes if someone has done some, praying and meditating, this could be them waking up in the wee hours of the morning and the Holy Spirit giving them advice, or maybe they woke up from a dream and they're trying to remember it because it showed them the consistent steps of action that they need to take to be able to get out of this position. The quilt on the bed has cosmic symbols on it. This is saying that the universe does have you covered, but you are probably more than likely going to have to get out of bed and leave your comfort zone to be able to move out of this energy. Worrying never does anyone any good. You may have noticed that. You can worry all you want. It just makes situations worse. And I've also noticed here that in this card that there is people fighting with swords carved into the framework of the bed. Now, I know you probably don't have a bed frame with people fighting with swords carved into it, but it's saying, like in feng shui, if you put anything underneath your bed and you sleep on it, it's energetically very stagnating energy. And, you might have, a lot of times, like in feng shui, they'll tell you, do not put anything under the bed, keep that air clear. But that's not always possible for some people who live in smaller spaces. It's a great storage area. So just make sure that you're not storing like anything underneath your bed that is bothersome. Like maybe you have photographs from a past time and, that time has passed and you don't really want to be around the people that are in the photos, but at the same time, you don't want to throw them out because it's a big chunk of your life. So you stick them in a box and then you put it under the bed. You're not going to look at it anyway, but that could really affect your sleep, whether you realize it or not. And so here we have the energy also of the Three of Wands. So this is talking about moving forward in a new, innovative energy. Very much the energy of the King of Wands. The King of Wands could be this Emperor energy. Sometimes when a king and an emperor show up, particularly like this, it could be saying that this king has learned so much life experience that he's now at an emperor's status. And this is talking about, it could be the energy. Sometimes this energy represents an energy of, like he's standing on the precipice of change, and there's, the water is golden from the sun, so it could be sunset or sunrise. and the ships are sailing by. But, and you know, so there's water between them. So this can represent communication from overseas. It can be talking, like if this is franchise energy, it could be talking about wanting to expand your business. This is about expanding your horizons, wanting to go on an adventure like the King of Wands. And this energy is saying that, you know, maybe you're thinking about changing location or changing the location of your business, or maybe even adding, like, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe you have a very successful start, but now you're thinking about maybe franchising or something to that effect. In matters of love, this quite often can represent leaving someone and that you've been in a couple with, and that could be what this is about. And moving forward as a single person, but sometimes it's talking about entering into being a couple and moving forward as one with that person. So it would depend on your situation. If it's not about love, it could just be about wanting to expand your horizons in other ways, like take up a hobby or something. Like you might be feeling a little bit bored or wanting to change location. And then we have the Ace of Cups, woohoo. So the Ace of Cups is sort of clarifying that this is a new relationship. This energy is not about this new relationship coming in. It's saying the aces are always new energy. And this is saying that the divine and the universe are collaborating with each other to bring in a beautiful relationship for you that's overflowing with love. And there's a peace dove. And this is saying that it's a harmonious relationship. So I feel that this could be a reward, because the Ace of Cups are rewards for having stayed on your path and doing your best to keep moving forward when you've been through some difficulty. And now this definitely, especially with this card, could represent a romantic relationship, but it also can represent, you know, as I said, anyone or anything you love, or maybe someone's coming in with this energy and it's more about business, or it could even be both. It could be something that you love to do and that someone is really maybe wanting to back you financially, or that type of energy. Now, and also, it's also saying, like, we have water lilies about to bloom on the water here. And this is saying that out of the mud, the worry that gets stirred up, this energy is where the water lilies grow from, and then they bloom. So there's, out of the mud comes beautiful things eventually. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is really good. It's coming in on this information and worry. So if you were concerned about money problems or something to that regard, this is saying, like, there's a promise of 9 pentacles here. In tarot, there's only 10. This card is also talking about pre-Empress energy. So, you know, if it's a matter of love, the King of Wands could be an emperor, and he found someone who's almost an Empress energy, and that's someone that he considers his Empress, and he wants to offer her a cup of love. The Nine of Pentacles is talking also about having learned discernment in how much time, money, energy you want to invest in any particular project or person, or that type of energy. Now, this could be her energy, and she was waiting for this energy to come in, something like that. This always reminds me of Nikola Tesla, the famous inventor and genius. He would say, if you knew the beauty of the 369, then you would have the key to the universe. And this falcon is representing her, all the knowledge she has learned about the discernment of investing. She knows that she has to put herself first. You know how they say when you get on an airplane, if the masks come down, make sure you put yours on first, even if you have a baby. And a mother's first instinct is, oh, the baby needs oxygen. But the problem is, if you put that oxygen mask on the baby and then you faint, who's going to look after the baby? And the baby's not going to be able to help you. So it's that type of energy. She keeps her hand on 2/3 of what she has, so that's 6 pentacles. And then, you know, to make sure that she can meet her requirements, you know, for her bills, etc., for her home and her business, and then have a little left over for emergency. And she also has these 3 in the bush. So one of those could be for charity. Another one could be maybe she wants to make an investment that's a little bit more high risk that will really improve her financial portfolio, but it won't, if it doesn't go well, it's not going to affect her ability to be able to pay her bills. And then this energy here is talking maybe about saving up for vacation for the family or something like that. And so this energy is talking about being grateful for what you have and then using it in a wise way. And we have, look at this, we have after being in a mental prison. Now this is this is very much goes with this energy. So I do feel that the energy maybe of the Emperor, like the Emperor is someone that you would go to for advice. And so the Emperor might have given this pre-Empress energy advice. This energy could be coming in or brought some information in some way that takes her out of this energy, and maybe they fall in love in the process, something like that. This is talking about the energy is of the 8 of Swords is, you know, being caught in a mental prison. There's nothing stopping her from physically moving forward here, but she feels duty bound and she has a blindfold on, and that could just mean she does not want to have to look at the problem, or she just can't find a satisfactory solution for moving out of a problem. And so, but you can see, I feel that at some point there was way more water here. Water in tarot represents emotions, and her emotions may have been running really high, but now, you know, the water has dissipated. And because she does have her right foot forward, in body language that would be saying, and it's on dry land, so it would be saying that she's ready to take a move forward. She may have, you know, started out with these 7, you know, with 8 different thoughts of, okay, how am I going to do this? And she's now put 7 thoughts behind her and is ready to take this sword, cut herself free, take the blindfold off and go do what she has to do. Her left foot is still in this puddle here. And so, but it's shallow. So it's not saying her emotions are shallow, but there's way less emotion than there was when she first started thinking about this decision that she has to make, something that an action that she knows she needs to take, but she's really, it could quite possibly be about people that she loves in the background. You see her castle here, she has her back to it. And this could be saying that she is, you know, moving for whatever reason. She's, this could be a breakup of a family, so it could be this energy here because of that. This could represent her original family or being married and getting a divorce energy. Quite often, the swords can represent that type of energy. In any case, she has her back to her home. And she also has, and these are thoughts she's put behind her. Now, these also could be thoughts of other people that have been spoken behind her back, and she's found out about it, or something that's been going on because we have this information coming in. And I feel it's from the Emperor, or it may not be necessarily the Emperor himself, but the Emperor has looked into something and sent some information about some pentacles. There should be like a lot of pentacles coming in here. And we have the Chariot energy. So the Chariot is saying that you're on your designated divine path. You're following your North Star energy. And this is God's path. And that's why there's no reins needed. The energy is very much, you're on your way. This is like a tank. Once you're on the Chariot, it's already happening in the third dimension, or in the spiritual realm, and is coming down into the physical. This energy is like a tank. It's like doom, 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 just running over obstacles. And you notice in the background, we have that castle again that we see here. And so this can be again about her having to make that decision to be on her own path, to leave others behind that she cares about, and it being a problem. Now, sometimes this energy here, because of the black and white sphinxes, can represent the energy of law and enforcement. And, the horizontal stripes on the sphinxes, that energy, horizontal stripes in black and white like that's the uniforms that they used to put people in jail. And this is weakens energy because it breaks it up. So anytime you have horizontal stripes on anything, it causes a breakup of the energy and weakens that energy. And so there could be something about law enforcement coming in that sometimes is represented here, because this sometimes can also represent an energy of not just a mental prison, but in the third dimension, like in the physical sense, that it's someone going to prison, like an actual physical prison. So there could be some sort of energy around that. And then we have, look at a passion for new discovery. I definitely feel this is a romantic relationship between the Emperor, this pre-Empress energy, who's decided, you know what, to heck with the, the people that, whatever they've done, like, why, like she can't be responsible for all of these actions of other people. So she's going to have to make a decision here to move forward in her own life. I feel that's it. But she understands, and maybe she has some information regarding pentacle energy, because that's usually what it's about. When there's problems like this, follow the money. That's usually where you'll find it happening. But in any case, this is about new passion coming in. So we have like this very passionate energy on this Ace of Cups. Definitely with this card and these two, it's saying there's an Emperor very interested, I feel, and he's in this energy, feeling very passionate, that wants to offer a cup of love. I feel like this is who he considers his Empress energy. And so let's see what's at the top. Look at that. We have Six of Pentacles here. So the Six of Pentacles is talking about, I feel, how this pre-Empress energy has arrived here. This would be like the early stages of learning this discernment. So I feel there's been something definitely about her pentacle energy here that maybe people that are close to her were involved in some missing pentacles for her. And maybe that's what this information is about. And this is why she's so stressed out, is because she's missing all these pentacles. And now that it's been looked into properly, it turns out that it was people in her inner circle, perhaps, somehow, that were involved in this. Because this is talking about breadcrumbing energy. But it's also talking about, before you learn the art of discernment. And quite often, especially with this pre-Empress energy, it's talking about someone who has learned a lot from whatever's been going on here. And this quite often can be the hard way. And she's been determined to stay on her path. And because of that, this is why this big reward is coming in from the Most High. And, it's love and money, basically, a passionate love and money coming in. This is talking about, in the past, she was breadcrumbed somehow. And what it's talking about is, you plant your seeds and you do the harvest and you see what she has here. And it's saying that in the past, maybe she gave away too much to other people, too much of her time, money, and energy invested in other people. And some of them were grateful for it and they took it. But some of them, the scales of justice are hanging over their heads. So there could be something that they did that was not appropriate with this money. And also, it's also saying, like, if you look, this person already has something in their pocket. And so this is talking about a grifter. This is someone that already has what they need, but they want to risk her money instead of their own money. And that's maybe what they've done. And they may have done this illegally. And now when she reports it, or like this information comes out, they could end up going to prison for it. That's the energy that I'm picking up here. So it's a good situation for her, but not so much for people that are close to her. That's the energy. And this is the Knight of Cups. This is a cup of love coming in. I feel definitely that this is the Emperor energy. in this energy. So very passionately moving forward and wanting, to get something moving here. We've got a lot of new energy. And it's also talking about, some sort of law and order coming in, and also this reward coming in for this energy coming through after having been in this energy. And then this is talking, new passion, new love. And I would say that they become a couple and move forward together on their destined path. It's a happy ever after ending. You got to love that. You're welcome. It's nice to have one of those once in a while, isn't it? No towers here. Well, I guess for the people that broke the law, there's a tower, but hey, that's up to them to deal with it. All right, so I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I really do appreciate it. And for your comments, shares, and subscribes. They're helping me build my channel, and I really appreciate that. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings from my oracle, Tales from the Vector, and this is in the order that they're in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put them in the description box below so you can check them out if you want to. They say a picture paints 1,000 words. Maybe it'll do so for you. All right, we have the battle star energy. That's talking about, the solar plexus chakra, Manipura. And this is about having the courage to be able to move forward and do what you have to do. This is the battle star, and it's usually like about, breathe. You have to breathe. It's stressful. And then we have this transition coming in. So a lot of people fear this card, but the death card is just talking about transition. It's talking about one cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. Tarot and oracle are not predictive. This is a snapshot in time. That's why my oracle is called Tales from the Vector. The vector is a mathematical equation that is about, the distance that you travel and the speed at which you travel. And so once you know this is like the picture right now, this could change very quickly for the better if you take action that would make it so. And so this is talking about a transition coming in. It's the end of one old cycle, the beginning of the new, the end of all this worry. There's definitely some lifestyle change that's going to be very beneficial. If it's not about missing money, then it could be about just the fact that the King of Wands and the Empress are putting their belongings together to become a couple and move forward in that energy. We have dissension. See, but sitting right on here, dissension. This is a tactic. There's 7 tactic cards in my oracle, and they're talking about, dissension is when people purposely speak about you in a way that causes other people to not want to be around you behind your back, generally. They don't usually do it right in your face, but you never know. They could do that as well with friends like this. Who needs enemies? So you've been swimming with sharks and treading water, and I feel that this energy is ending. And I do feel that maybe the Emperor, for whatever reason, has had his eye on you and is saying, okay, I'm moving, sends this communication to you. This is what's been going on in the background to cause all these problems. I'm on it. And by the way, would you like to go on a date? It's that type of love. So this is talking about the lovers. This is adoration. This is talking about a divine couple. And it's saying that, this is ordained by God. There's a sun energy with it, and the sun represents God's energy. It's saying that this is a divine partner, that the two of you get, if an emperor and an empress get together and they're a divine couple, this energy is going to really be very powerful. So it's a power couple. And the thing is, when God sends someone into your life, generally it's someone that's different from people that you would normally, date. it's, you know, they might be, but it's interesting because when you get to know each other better, and in the tarot, the lovers have a cloud in between them, and that's saying this is someone that you have not had a relationship with as of yet. This is new energy coming in. It could be someone that you know from your past, but not someone that you had a relationship with that's already failed if you're divorced or something. It's not that other person coming back and saying, let's give it another go. And you're like, hell no. No, thank you. I'm going to go with the new energy. And then we have father figures. So this is talking about like this advice also. The Emperor could, it doesn't have to be this energy. The Emperor could be a father figure that you look up to, a mentor, that type of energy. And it also, but if it is like this energy of the saying, you know, the lover, then this would say that this might be someone that you would really love to father your children, or you might be a father or want to be a father that's looking for someone to have your children, that type of energy. And it's followed by Sagittarius here. So Sagittarius energy, this is like very much this energy here. The element of fire, the signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a world traveling energy. It's about really wanting to have expansion and adventure, ruled by Jupiter, which is happy-go-lucky energy. This is about expansion rather than contracting, and also on a more universal level, the stars, that in the Sagittarius formation, they are there's a black hole there, and that is considered by some the heart of the Milky Way. So this can be also about cosmic justice and not just divine, like this collaboration of this passionate love is coming in as a gift. It's saying again as a gift, a cosmic gift, as well as a divine gift, and meant to be. It's sitting right on this energy here and on this energy here. So it's time to move out of the energy of being contraction and get ready to expand. When the horoscope signs come in a reading, I don't generally, I'm not talking about an individual. I'm talking about the energy of the sign. Now, this definitely, I would say, with all of this energy is a fire sign energy. It's quite possible it's that the person is in that energy in any regard. And it's also talking about the energy of the sign itself. So it's about adventure and expansion and wanting that. So I just want you to be aware that I'm not singling out any individual. There definitely in your reading could be a Sagittarius involved, but you need to use your judgment for that. I'm not trying, in my readings, I'm just wanting to learn from the energy. If you ever get your chart done, you'll notice, like if you get your birth chart done, you'll notice that you have the signs in, all the different houses. And so you can really learn a lot about yourself and about other people through that energy. And we have, there definitely was some sort of abuse of power here. And it's sitting on this. So definitely there's some sort of energy here with this, dissension, with friends like this who needs enemies, and the abuse of power. It definitely can be talking about someone having done something with an inheritance or some sort of energy around that. Something went on here that wasn't on the up and up when it comes to pentacle energy. Follow the money. That's generally when this energy comes up. It's usually, it's usually because of enough money that someone is willing to take a risk to take it. And like this, Nine of Pentacles energy would be multi-millions. So that's, worth people's while to abuse their power. All right. I hope that this has been beneficial for you. Thank you for your likes, your comments, shares, all of that good stuff. And I will be back with another reading for you soon about random shift.